Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my page, Moneymaking Juggernaut. I'm your host, Eric Richardson, the #1 educator in the asset recovery business. Today, guys, I have a great video in store. I am going to break down if you should be manually or batch skip tracing your leads. Before we get started, guys, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You guys already know I'm doing this content for you guys so you can dominate in this industry. Now, before we get started and actually break this down, let's make sure that we understand the concept of skip tracing. If you guys do not know what skip tracing is, this is in which we are doing research on the previous owner and their relatives so that we can get a phone number, an email address, or a mailing address so that we can market them. So with skip tracing, this is going to be an online service. Now, if we're doing skip tracing, there are some tips to make sure that we get the most accurate data possible, but we do need to understand, guys, that there is no 100% accurate skip tracing service. I'm going to give you guys a list of recommendations that are decently accurate, but you have to understand that this is a numbers game and there will be phone numbers that are incorrect. There will be people not answering the phone. So you just have to understand that surplus funds is a numbers game. Now, manual skip tracing, this is going to be performed in which you are doing your research, you're identifying a lead, and then now you're going to search on your own. Typically, you're going to search the client's name and then put the address in which they previously owned or the address on any documents in which the county was sending letters to. So if you use that for your skip tracing, you'll be able to cross-reference and verify that the person that popped up is the accurate previous owner that you're looking for or relative. Because think about it, guys. Let's say you're looking up the previous owner and his name is John Smith. You know how many John Smiths are in the world? We have to make sure that we use John Smith from that specific property when we're doing our skip tracing, then we can get our information. Now, with individual skip tracing, you can use services like Been Verified, you can use True People Search, you can use Intellis, you can use White Pages. These are going to be individual skip tracings in which you're doing it manually. You're just putting the name and the address. I personally recommend doing that if you need to get your leads quick or you don't have the budget to be doing a whole bunch of leads. Now I'm actually going to get into it about how you can do the batch, and it's actually going to save you time and money. But individual skip tracing on True People Search is free. Other sites do come at a monthly subscription. Pros and cons. Pros, we know that when we're doing our skip tracing, it's dependent upon yourself. You are in control of your data. Now, shifting over to a batch skip tracing. What batch skip tracing is, you go ahead and compile your list. All right, you get your 50 to 150 leads that I always tell you guys you should be pulling every week. You put it on a spreadsheet, then you send it off to a company that will do the skip tracing for you. Ideally, they'll send you the results within 24 to 48 hours. What they're going to be doing is they're going to be running it through online search databases, and they're going to get you previous owners, they're going to get you relatives, they're going to let you know if they're deceased, they're going to let you know if the phone number is accurate, they're going to know the last date that phone number was actually used, they're going to verify emails, they're going to let you know if somebody's even in bankruptcy. They're going to do a lot. There's a lot of perks. And also on a batch skip tracing, it can come down to as low as a couple of cents per skip trace. Me personally, I think if you compile your list, doing your research, looking at auction results, that's enough research on your own. You shouldn't have to be identifying properties that sell for a higher amount, identify the previous owner, and take so much time to go ahead and find the phone numbers and then compile it in a list when you can simply send this off to a company. I'll give you guys a prime example. Let's say that you get Been Verified at $30 a month. You find a list of, let's just say 100 leads on Been Verified. 100 leads on Been Verified, $30 a month. You go and skip trace the 100 leads, and it takes you probably about 3 hours of work, costs you $30 for the month. You got that done, but it's also your time, your efforts, your energy, and it can be strenuous. Then we take those same 100 leads and we send it off to a skip tracing site like Skip Matrix that'll do the batch skip tracing at 14 cents per lead. We have 100 leads. Guess what? That's going to come out to $14. So $14, turnaround time 24 hours. You didn't have to do 3 hours of research compared to doing 3 hours of research. Now, if we did this every week, 14 times 4, we're looking at, $56 compared to 30, but you have your time back and you have more accuracy on your skip tracing. So I highly recommend using a batch skip tracing service. Some good sites out there are Skip Matrix. You guys can use the code surplus at checkout. You guys can also utilize Skip Genie. That is another good one. And also batch skip tracing. So these are my recommendations, guys. When you're doing your research, try to keep it as simple as possible and make sure that your information is as accurate as possible. And make sure, most importantly, that you're looking for the previous owner and not the current owner. All right, guys. So I hope you like this video. If you guys are looking to learn how to do the service funds business, check the link in the description. Use the code Take Action and you'll get $100 off. I'm looking forward to helping you out.